What's up, everybody? This video is for someone who has never played with the AK platform before or used the AK platform before and want to know how to utilize it more effectively. So let's get started. So if you never messed with firearms before, let's talk about a little bit of the nomenclature here. So this is the magazine. Typical magazine for AKs hold about 30 rounds. This is your safety selector switch. And this is your bolt right here. So that's what we are gonna operate mostly in this area today. So the AK platforms utilize magazines that use the rock and lock method. So what that means is what you're gonna do is put it up in front right here into the mag well. After that, push it back and it locks into place. Keep in mind when you load the AK platform, you cannot load a bullet into the chamber until it's off the safety. Because if you try to do it with the safety on, it won't load. It won't load around. So what you want to do is push the safety off, rack it all the way to the back, and then release. And we can verify that a round has been chambered. Another point that I want to bring up is the AK platform is a very robust platform. You do not need to baby it. It survived countless conflicts and countless wars. So what this means is don't ride the bolt back and forth. When you pull it back, just let it go. Otherwise, you can cause malfunctions. So I'm going to show you several different reloading techniques. Now keep in mind the AK platform does not have a last round bolt hold function. So when you shoot and you hear that, that means the hammer has fallen and it's either a malfunction or your AK is empty and needs to reload. Now a basic reload, what you want to do is engage the paddle in the back right here. You can either retain this magazine or just toss it. What you want to do next is grab a fresh magazine that's loaded, rock it in, and what you can do are several techniques. It's either go under and rack it back, go over, rack it back, or when you load it, you can use your right hand to pull the bolt back and release. And that's how you basically load the AK platform. Now, let's demonstrate. So that is a basic technique on how to reload your AK platform. Another variation is to grab your magazine and then use it to slice the release paddle right here and push it forward. Then rock it back and then reload as appropriate. So the negatives of that particular reload is wasted economy of motion or excess movements, which cause a slower reload. Because when you hit the magazine paddle with your magazine, you're kind of out there. You're kind of out away from the mag well, which causes you to go back and reload. Now when we utilize our thumb to the paddle, it's a little bit faster. The last reloading technique is called the Iraqi Reload. So in order to do this, you have to shoot, shoot, shoot. You hear the hammer fall. You use your right hand, pull the bolt back, and under tension, this AK should be on your shoulder and basically horizontal. Next thing what you want to do is grab your AK mag, put the expended mag out, and then rock it back in, and then let go. Now let's do this in real time. So now let's talk about malfunctions. There are several types of malfunctions. One of the most common malfunctions is a misfire. So let's say we know that we have a lot of ammo left over in the magazine, and you shoot, and there's a misfire. You hear the hammer fall. It could be that the round is bad, and what you want to do is first check the chamber to make sure there's no obstruction, or your bolt that there's no obstruction. After that, you can pull it back. That old round, as you saw, could eject out, and after that you should be good to go. Now let's do it in real time. Another type of malfunction is called a stovepipe. When you shoot, sometimes the brass or casing does not eject out all the way, causing a misfire, as you can see right here. So when we shoot, we access our bolt or chamber. We can see that there's a spent casing here. What you basically do is pull the bolt back, and it should be clear. Now let's do this in real time. Now, another type of malfunction is called type 3 malfunction. As you can see right here, the bolt is back, and you can see 2 bullets trying to enter into the chamber. So if you experience this malfunction, you'll feel that your trigger is mushy and your AK will not fire. So in order to fix this, what you're going to do is take a look at your chamber, realize it's a type 3 malfunction, take the magazine out. If there's any ammo left over, you can either put it back in your chest rig or your pouch for later use. What you want to do is rack several times until the bullets come out. Make sure it's clear. After that, get your mag, reload, and you're good to go. Now let's demonstrate this in real time. Now the last type of malfunction is called a hard jam or hard lock. So the symptom of this is when you can't pull the bolt back. It's completely stuck and it won't fire. If you use all your strength and it doesn't pull back, you're gonna have to do a thing called motoring. So let me demonstrate how you do it. So what you want to do here is first remove the magazine, dump it or save it if it has ammunition, put it on the ground, and either use your foot on the charging handle right here and basically bring your foot down on it, and make sure that the muzzle is pointing away from you. So this is what it's going to look like. So that's how you remove a hard jam. Another thing you can do is use your hand and momentum to remove this hard jam. So what I mean is bring your AK up, slam it down onto the floor, and use your thumb or your hand to pull the bolt back. So what it looks like, it's going to look like this. And it should clear any hard jams. So I hope you learned something from this video. Until next time, fight hard, stay safe.